Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good midnight hour. Whatever time you may find this video, you are now tuning in to Eagles Soaring High broadcast. And I am your host, Antoine Williams. And I am back with another video. I am back with another video. I am so excited about being here on YouTube today to spend some time with you, my wonderful subscribers. I am so excited about being able to share this video with you. Yes, I am. I'm excited. Well, Eagle Soaring High broadcast is presenting to you today once again my Storimony. Yes, my Storimony. I come to tell you today that in this video, you're going to get three components in one video. Yes, three components in one video. The first two components that you're going to get, you're going to receive on today two Storimonies. Two Storimonies and a lesson at the end. Two Storimonies and a lesson at the end, an important message at the end of these Storimonies. I am just so excited and I bless God for another day. Enter into his gates with thanksgiving and enter into his courts with praise. And let us all just bless his name. I know that you all have been waiting on me to bring some content and upload some new videos, but things have caught me off guard and I found myself distracted and so I was not able to do any videos. I wasn't able to upload any videos, to record and upload. But today I am back and I am back with a video for you. I believe that this video here, these Storimonies, is going to be one of my favorite Storimonies to tell. I'm just going to deem this as being a classic Storimonies. Just for you, I pray that these Storimonies make you laugh, that they make you giggle, that they give you joy, and that every time you think about them, that you will laugh out loud in your good times and in your bad times, in your down times, when depression comes, when you're going through a storm or going through a trial, when you're going through a tribulation, that this Storimonies will run run through your mind and cause you to laugh. I really hope that this one gives and brings you some joy and make you happy. But this is going to be, I'm going to deem it as my favorite classic Storimonies. Today I'm going to share two Storimonies about my experience with my nephew. I want you to stay to the end of this video and stay to the end of it to get the full message. Well, we're going to get ready to dive into these story-monies in just a few moments. But before we do that, I want you to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you have not. Like, comment, and share, and subscribe if you have not. God bless you. I have some channels that I want to acknowledge and shout out, but to preserve time and to make sure that this video isn't too long, I'm going to take I'm going to put their links in my description box, and I want you to just stop by those channels and subscribe and show some support to these folks. But you'll be able to find them in the description box. Well, again, this is Eagle Soaring's High Broadcast. I am Antoine Williams, and we're going to get ready to dive right into this video. And remember, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you have not done so. God bless you. I'll see you in a moment. Well, God bless you. I am so glad to see that you all are still sticking it out with me. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I want to say thank you to all of my subscribers. You all have been so patient with me. You've been so patient waiting on new content to come and for me to record and upload videos. And I know it's been a while and I had not forgotten. So I want to thank all of you, each and every one of you. I want to thank you for being patient with me and allowing me the time to get past whatever and begin to record and upload for you all. Well, let's go on and dive right into this video. This is going to be an interesting, fascinating, awesome, and amazing story-monies. You're going to get two story-monies and a message in one video. Well, let me give you a uh, little background story that's going to lead right into the story-mony. So listen, many of you know or have heard of Royal Blue Tarot. Royal Blue Tarot. Many of you have heard of it. Many of you are probably subscribed to her, and many of you have entered into her chats. Well, I was introduced to Royal Blue Tarot through Hear Her TV. She had posted one of her videos up on her community tab wall. And I was scrolling through one day and I saw the video and I clicked on it and I went on and I watched. I found the video to be informative. Not only informative, but um, enjoyable. I could say I, I found myself laughing and being encouraged all at the same time. But anyway, let me forward fast. So I was watching Royal Blue Tarot, and while I was watching her, she was giving her content and she was talking and she was doing her thing. And I heard her say this phrase. Many of you may be familiar with it. I was watching her, and at some point in her content, she said EBBB, which tickles me. EBBB. And she asked the chat, had they seen uh, a woman by the name of Evangelist McLachlan, I think was the name of the young woman. And she dropped her link into her chat. And after the video, after the live was over with, I went and checked out this evangelist, this young woman, and sure enough, she would say EBBB. So I found myself walking around the house, and I would be talking with my mom, my brother, whoever. I might have been talking to, and there would be this deep thought, this deep, powerful thought that would hit me, and I would share it with my mom. And I would often use that phrase EBBB after the thought of it. Could have been watching someone on YouTube and they would say something that would strike um, would strike that feeling in me where I would just be EBBB Shondo, and I would be doing this and doing this. And one day my sister brought my nephew to me for me to keep and to watch over. And we were sitting in the kitchen, and he was on his tablet and he was watching something. And I was at my laptop and I'm watching somebody's content on YouTube, and I'm watching, and it was the content was interesting, and because I was now so used to walking around going EBBB, I was watching the content and they said something, and I said EBBB, and my nephew was standing right there next to me, and he was watching his tablet, and all of a sudden, out of his mouth came EBBB, and I looked at him, and he looked at me. He started giggling, and I started giggling, and I said, "What are you doing?" I said, "What are you doing?" And he looked at me with this huge smile on his face, and he said to me, he said, "Uncle Flush," and I'll have to do another video to explain why he calls me Uncle Flush. But anyway, he says, "Uncle Flush," he says, "I was marking you." I said, "You were marking me?" He said, "Yes." "Yeah, I was marking you." And so that was one of the the, the most biggest um, favorite moments that I shared with my nephew, because it just kind of blew my mind that he would even do that or say that. And let me rewind just a little bit to let you know that a nephew is 4 years old. 4 years old. And he heard me do that, and then he did it, and we both just had a pretty good laugh. It was a huge laugh. I was laughing hard, he was laughing hard. But it was precious. And it was one of those moments that made me appreciate uh, appreciate the time that I was spending with him. And it became one of my absolute favorite moments in spending with him. Uh, Now, quickly, the second story about my nephew was my sister dropped him off to me and for me to watch while she went to work, and we were hanging out and we were talking and we were chilling, and I was working on my laptop. He was watching his tablet. Every now and then he would say something to start a conversation with me. As the day went on, we reached the we reached the 12 o'clock mark, which means that it was time to get him his lunch. So he's sitting at the table and he's looking at his tablet, and I'm preparing his lunch so he can eat. And I'm cooking and I'm looking over to make sure that he's okay and not doing something that he shouldn't be doing or getting into stuff that he should not get into. And so he's sitting there and I'm preparing his lunch. And one thing about my nephew is that he loves macaroni and cheese and ramen noodles. His two favorite things. Absolutely two favorite things. He will not eat much of anything else except that and chicken nuggets and eggs. Those are his absolute favorites. Um, Macaroni and cheese ramen, chicken nuggets and eggs. So I'm preparing his meal and getting his lunch together. And finally, I get it all done. So I get it and plate it up and put his food on his plate and put it on there quite nicely and all, and I set it before for him, and I give him his silverware, and I get him to get up to go and wash his hands. So he gets up, he goes and get the we have a little step stool that he's able to pull out, and you pull it open and it opens up and he can get up on it and watch. Anyway, and he goes to get the step stool and he pulls it out, set it up at the sink, get up on it, we turn the water on and give him some soap so he can wash his hands and get them all cleaned up, and he had the soap in his hands, and he rubbed his hands together, stuck them up under the water. He loves bubbles. He loves bubbles. So what they teach the young people his age in washing their hands is when they get the soap and the water and they begin to wash their hands, they taught them how to say their ABCs. And so he's at the sink and he's rubbing his hands together, washing his hands, and he's saying his ABCs. And so when he gets to the end of the ABCs song, he then rinses his hands. So he rinses his hands. I help him down and give him a paper towel and let him dry his hands off, and he gets over to the chair, climbs back up into the chair, and he sits down at the table. Now, one of the funniest things that my sister uh, shared with my mom about my 4 year old nephew is that when he's at home and they get ready to sit down to eat, um, he reminds everybody uh, to say their prayers to bless their food. So my sister calls him the grace police. Anyway, he was here. He got settled up in the chair, and he sat there and he got ready to eat, and I sat down at a laptop. Um, when he got comfortable in his chair, he began to say his grace. I said, "Well, look at this. This is fascinating." It was actually a blessing to see a 4 year old bless his food. I was astonished by. Well, it's something that my mom always reminds him to do, and she says that my sister told my mom that they make them say grace at school before they eat their lunch. So anyway, he was sitting there, and I'm working on my laptop, and I hear him praying, and and he's praying, and he is praying over his food. And so I kind of looked up at him, and he was just about getting ready to close out his prayer. And he said something. I didn't catch it because I was kind of distracted by um, what was going on my laptop, but I was listening. So he says something, and then all of a sudden he says, "EBBB." He says, "EBBB." Amen. He looked at me, I looked at him, and I fell out laughing. I was trying to contain it, the laughter within me, but I I could not believe that he had did that he had said that and then said amen. And so what I usually do when he's done well and have done a good job and he's been good, I usually give him a high five. And so I'm laughing, he's laughing. We high five and we're still laughing. But the thought of it, every time I think about him going, EBBB, amen, it tickles me. It tickles me. It's a blessing, but it tickles me. And so, though there you are, you have two Storimonies in one video. I'm I'm trying to move a little fast so this video isn't a long video. So, yes, those are my two favorite moments uh, with my experience with my 4-year-old nephew. He is such a blessing. He is really a blessing. And he is an amazing little boy. He's a amazing young man, little boy. And he'll say and do anything to make you laugh. But yes, the first time he did it because he was mocking me. The second time he did it, he did it. Um, he added it to his grace, and it was such a blessing. Now, here's the third part of this video, and many of you know, uh, already know this. Maybe somebody that may catch the replay may not know this. But the lesson that God showed me in these experiences with my nephew is number one, you must be careful what you do around children. Let me say that again. You got to be careful what you do around children. Number two, whatever you do or is doing around children, make sure that it is a positive thing, that it's a positive report and not a negative report. It's not a negative thing. Why? Number three, because children, his age is impressionable and they will copy everything that you do. Yeah, they're like the little mockingbirds. You can say something or you can sing something, and that little mockingbird will repeat it. So the lesson is that if there's something that you don't want repeated from a child, don't say it. Make sure that the things that they are mocking is of good report. Don't say nothing that you don't want that child to repeat. Because a child that age at 4 will repeat a negative thing as well. But they will often repeat it at the wrong time and in front of the wrong people. So be careful about what you do in front of your children. Be careful what you are saying around your children, whether they're in the same room with you or you're in the kitchen and they're in the front room, or you're in the kitchen and they're in the playroom or the bedroom. Be aware of what you're saying. Be aware of your conversations while you're on the phone. Be aware of the things that you are watching on TV. Be aware of the things, the music that you're listening to in front of a child. If it's not child appropriate, please don't have that conversation. Please don't have that conversation with someone on the phone. Please don't have that conversation with another adult in front of the child. Please be careful what you watch on television in front of that child. Please be careful of the music that you listen to in front of the child. And please be careful about the dances that you do in front of a child. Because whether you believe that child is paying attention to you, if you think that child isn't hearing what you're saying, I guarantee you that they can hear your conversations. I guarantee you that they can see what you're watching. I guarantee you that they can hear what you're listening to. And they are watching you and the way you dance. Let positive things come out of your mouth. Listen to positive music. Watch positive things. Do positive dances. I've watched my nephew since he was a little baby. And I would put on gospel music. And certain songs that would come on. I would watch him as a baby, as he would just kind of rock back and forth and sort of wave his hands. There's a song that I would sing to him, and the song is um, the name of the song is um, he'll he'll say well done. He'll say well done. Uh, and I would have him in my arms and on my lap, and I would be rocking him and singing to him. And I'll remember watching how his face kind of lit up. His expressions would brighten, his eyes would get big, and he would He would be in my arms and he would smile. And and every time I would have him and the song would come on, he would light up. He would light up and smile. So we have to be careful. I'm going to do this and I'm going to move on quickly. So I would have him and the song would come on and I would start singing. If when you give the best of your service, telling the world that the Savior is come. Be not dismayed if man don't believe you. He understand and say, well done. Okay, that's it. I'm not even going to sing the whole song, but I would sing that to him, and in my amazement, the way he responded to that thing, the way he responded to that song, uh, blessed me. It amazed me. It blew my mind. It blew my mind. So I'm saying to you and encouraging you to number one, be aware and careful of the things that you say and do and the way you behave in front of a child when they get older, when they reach that 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 age, when they reach 4. Be careful. Be careful of the things you say and do because they will mock you. They will copy you just like a mockingbird. They'll repeat everything that they hear. They'll do everything that they see. So we got to be careful about the things that we do and say and be aware of that. Well, I'm going to get ready to go. This video is at 39 minutes and 14 seconds. So I'm going to get ready to go, but I'll be back with final words. Stay with me, please. Stay with me until the end of the video. I'll be back with final words. I'll see you in a moment. God bless you. Well, welcome back. Welcome back. We're just about done and just about to get out of here. I want to take the time to thank all of you for tuning in. I am just excited. Excuse that noise. That's someone's vehicle. The window is open, so that's why you can hear that. And so I do apologize for that. And with the window open, darn bug came in, so you'll probably see go across the frame of the camera, and I apologize for that too. But I hope and pray that this video, this this video, these storymonies will bless you. I pray that every time that you have a bad time or a bad day and you may be going through something, that you will think about these two storymonies and that you'll find laughter from them, just because we have little mockingbirds that surround us at times. Well, my nephew is such a blessing, and I hope that me sharing this experience is going to encourage you and uplift you. Not only did I give you two storymonies in one video, but I gave you a message at the end of this video. So I pray that when you watch this video, that it would push you right into laughter, that it'll push you right into joy, that this video here will make things a little better for you, that it will help you get through those stressful days and those days that the enemy tries to attack, that you go on through storms and trials and tribulations. I pray that this video will flash right into your memory, and while you're going through whatever, joy will fill your hearts and fill your souls and break all the tension and stress off. Well, I've held you long enough, and this video is still at a short period of time. So I'm going to get ready to end this video before it gets any longer. So as I end this video, I'm going to end it like I end all of my videos, by encouraging you to get ready to spread your wings. Spread your wings like an eagle and fly. Begin to fly. Fly high above all things, all circumstances, all storms, all trials, all lies and false narratives, all negative things. Fly high above the obstacles, the traps, the things that come to hinder and distract you from going forward. Fly high up in the sky, and while you're flying, and you reach the sky, soar, begin to soar right into your victory. For the Bible says, but they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up on wings as eagles. They shall run and not get weary. They shall walk and not faint. Well, God bless you. God keep you. And may his love forever shine upon you. And until the next time, until we meet again, stay safe and blessed and in the arms of the Father. I'll see you in the next video. Have a blessed and safe day. God bless you, is my prayer.